This is Aiden's really good mini project for Miss Cadwallader's pre-calc class. So basically I will be verifying the equation that you randomly sent us in our emails last week. So yeah, here we go. Alright, so first step in any math problem is to write out your equation. At least for me, it's to write out the equation. So yeah, there you go. That was my equation. Cosecant squared x or theta, whatever you like, minus cotangent squared divided by secant equals cosine x. So yeah, that's my equation. And so now, the first step to solving this is isolating cosecant squared minus cotangent squared. Now this is important because these two are basically the fundamental parts of basically identifying a Pythagorean identity that can basically identify your entire equation. So now, the first part to doing this is to make cosecant squared minus cotangent squared equal to 1. So how can I even go about doing that? Well, you have to look at your blue sheet. The handy-dandy tool that Miss Cad is still making us use, although it is very helpful, I will say. Basically you'll have to just look there and you will find that you can convert a part of the equation, which is secant, which is the denominator, and you can turn it into 1 over cosine. Now this is helpful because now you can divide by 1 over cosine, multiply by 1 over cosine on both sides, which means that you'll be able to pretty much get a 1 on that side because cosine over cosine is 1. So yeah, and so now your equation looks something like this. But now the next step is to turn this equation into a Pythagorean identity. Now how do I go about doing that? Well, your handy-dandy blue sheet. Here again, we have the crucial equation in finding the verification of this. The best way to do this is to just look at the given the given functions in the equation, and so basically you just compare it and you find that we have cotangent squared and cosecant squared. So how about we use this bottom function right here that I've cleverly boxed around very neatly. So now you're going to want to move cotangent squared to the one side because you really want to make this equation look like the one that you see on the blue sheet for your Pythagorean identity. So yeah, so now you're going to want to compare the Pythagorean identity with the equation that is left. So this is the equation that's left, and lastly, you're just going to pretty much just be looking at it like this, like, okay, we got 1 plus cotangent squared equals cosecant squared. Well, that's a check. It's verified. We're good. The end. Bye-bye.